استغفر الله العظيم واتوب اليه. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. مدد دستور طريقتنا الصوبة والحارفين جميعا. Let us renew our shahadat, saying أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The whole key is in the shahadat. The whole key of our religion is contained in that shahadat. It is the beginning and it is the end. And in the shahadat is the zikr that we are doing. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. In that is another zikr that we are doing. La ilaha illallah. And in that is another zikr that we are doing, saying Allah, Allah, Allah. And the whole key is to say Allah. The whole key is for Allah, who is calling us, for us to respond to Him. When we say Allah, we are remembering our promise on the day of Kalubala, and Allah is asking us, am I not your Lord? We say, Kalubala. So when we say Allah, we're replying to the call that Allah had asked us on that day of promises, and asking us on the day that we are born. It's asking us on every day that we're living in this world. Allah continuously asking us countless times with every breath that we take in each day, am I not your Lord? And if we say Allah, 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 then we are replying to Him, to His remembrance of us. So that is the key. So what is the whole big fight about? People saying zikr is wrong. Zikr is bid'at. Why are we making the zikr? Is this in Islam? Isn't that what Holy Prophet ﷺ came to make people to say Allah? Only 21st century confusion. Only in this ahir of the ahir zaman do we have Muslims completely confused about why we're being sent here into this world, why Holy Prophet was sent to this world. What is it that we must say every moment of our lives until the day that Azrael takes us? Isn't it to say Allah? Yes, it is. Like Shaykh Effendi, Shaykh Abdul Karim Rabbani Hazrat Lari is saying to us, everyone in their graves, everyone without exception, is going to regret. Of course, we say without exception, but there are always exceptions. Except for who? Except for the prophets and except for the awliya Allah. Everyone else is going to be in regret. They are going to say, why didn't I just say one more Allah? Why instead of me sitting and saying and being busy with Malayani, why I didn't say Allah, Allah, Allah more? Because now in that grave, man wakes up to reality. Like Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, man is sleeping. When he dies, he wakes up. So those ones who are in the grave, they woke up to the reality of this world, and the reality of the world of the grave. And they are given signs of the reality of the judgment day and what is to come. And when they wake up, then they understood that this world is nothing but a confusion. This world is nothing but a trap. To say Allah just one time, they say, it is better than all the wealth and all the pleasures and everything that the world has to offer, just to say one Allah, that Allah is better than all this. But it is too late. It is too late. They woke up, but it is too late. They're saying, like some of our brothers, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? You're not going to get out of it that time. Don't smile. You're not going to be able to get out of it. If we are not waking up while the breath of life is still given to us, if we are not waking up to understand that we are here to say Allah, if we are not waking up to understand that we're here to remember Allah and to give our highest respect to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Muslims, mu'mins, murids. Murids, these days, they're not even making their own wirid. They're not sitting down to say Allah. But they spend so much time thinking of dunya. They're thinking so much, making so many plans. So, we're saying you have plans for this dunya. What is your plans for this akhirat? What is your plan for this akhirat? No, they don't have. Wrong. Or they are busy with their problems. They're not being busy with the favors of Allah. They're busy with the problems. And saying, these problems, Ya Allah, these problems, I don't deserve them. Take them away from me. The believer, when something is touching them, knows that it is coming from Allah. And anything that is coming from Allah, he will accept. Of course, we are human. We are not going to enjoy it. We're not going to like it, but we're going to accept it according to your level of faith now. And if you are a believer, a mu'min, if you're a murid, then when something happens to you that is against your ego, you're going to say, Alhamdulillah, Shukr Ya Rabbi. Because it is against my ego. Isn't that the whole point? To fight against the ego? If it's something that the ego likes, the ego belongs to Jahannam. But if it's something that is against the ego, to know that there is a blessing in that. How many other ways can we think now when something is happening to us? We may also say, well, Ya Rabbi, shukr, because I deserve worse, definitely. I deserve worse, but this is something you gave to me. Better that I take it now, because this, you are not punishing me. I'm punishing myself. And it's better for me to get cleaned up here in this world than to get cleaned up in the grave. Because in the grave that time, yes, there is no way out of this. There is no way out of this. You cannot escape. Now, while we still have the breath of life, we may escape. We may save ourselves. We may clean ourselves. Better to clean ourselves here than in the grave or in the judgment day or in the fire. The murid, the mu'min, is the one who is intelligent. He is not going to put all his intelligence and his focus and his concentration on this dunya, that he knows this dunya, it is false and it is passing. He is going to put his concentration and his energy and his ashq, his love, his passion to something that is real, that will never end. And that is the akhirah. He's going to look at that. This world is going to live like this or like that. It's okay. Not a problem. Understanding and knowing that Allah will provide. To live a simple life. Not to run. Not to work. Not to be a slave to this dunya. To try to have a life that the unbelievers, they are showing us. No. It is not. Inshallah Rahman. We'll wake up to this before it's too late. The world of the grave, it is real. Muslims are not being busy with this. Muslims, they are following the traditions of the Kafirs. They're following the traditions of Americanism. The funeral, a Muslim funeral, has become like a Christian funeral. Everything is so clean, so beautiful. So many beautiful flowers, everyone wearing nice black clothes, designer, everyone wearing dark glasses, everyone coming in black limousines, sitting down, crying a little bit, taking pictures. Is this what an Islamic funeral is? Sitting down, waiting for a bulldozer to come. They don't even wait for that. The Imam say a couple of words and then they move away. They're not even listening to the words that the Imam has to speak to the one in the grave to understand. This is not Islamic way of funeral. Islamic funeral is for us to understand this is the end. This is the end of this fake life and the beginning of a real life. It's not the beginning of a more fake life, more imagination life. They put people wearing nice suit and tie, isn't it? Man is dead. Woman is dead. Maybe that one has the worst disease and is suffering and it's smelling. The way that he passed is making himself to look so in pain, but they hire what? Funeral director. And now they're making movies from it and sitcoms from it and miniseries, TV shows from it, and people are watching and liking it. They're selling this to the Muslim countries too, and they're saying, oh, this is good, making them to get more acceptable. Funeral director, whoever is going to be there, they're going to cut over here, they're going to cut over here, they're going to cut here, cut to make the man to release his stress and tension on his face, to look as if he's sleeping, to put makeup, to cut the hair, to put nice clothes. Oh, he looks like he's just sleeping. He's sleeping, so peaceful he looks. Muslims are following that too. Draining out all the blood, putting in that fire, that poison through the body. First punishment already reaching. The fire is pumping into their body. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, when you're washing the janazah, when you're washing the body, don't even wash it with cold water or hot water, somewhere in between, because the body is going to feel everything that happens to it. This is Islam. If you're a kafir, you're not going to believe. They even burn the bodies before it's going to get first punishment already reached to them. Allah is not punishing them. They're punishing themselves. And now Muslims are not sitting down at a funeral for everything to be over too quickly. After you say a couple of words, you go. You're not seeing how the earth is going to be filled up. Not sitting there and understanding. Yes. The graves are places of understanding. The graves, they are places of meditation. The graves are the places where man must sit and understand where he is, where is his world, and where is he going to. Because the grave now, it is just a doorway to that eternal world, to that real world. And if a man is going to go to a grave, he's going to sit down. He runs around everywhere, but he goes to the grave and he visits and he's going to sit down and says, one day, no matter where, how much I run, how hard I run, I'm going to finish here too. That time, he wakes up from that drunken station a little bit and he thinks. That is the grave. But today's confusion, don't go to graves. Especially don't go to the awliya's grave. Because the awliya's grave now, that is a doorway to the paradises. You are sitting in the doorway of the paradise. And you sit and you may smell the paradise. And you may feel the paradise. Those who don't like to go to the saints' graves, they don't like to go to the graves of the people of paradise. In reality, their nafs is sitting on them already, because the nafs is saying, I don't like paradise. The nafs does not want to go to paradise. The nafs destiny, it is hell. It is Jahannam. So they're saying, don't go to these doorways of paradise. Where does the nafs like to go? Clubs. Places of Malayani. Places of wildness and irresponsibility. Neglect and complete zulm, tyranny to yourself and to others. And all those wrong characteristics belongs to the hellfire, not to Jannah. So now, when you sit and you watch a person being buried, and the Imam is going to say, now so and so, now do you understand? Yes, you understand now. You understand that this world, it is a false. You understand your wealth now, it is false. You understand now everything that you own, it is false. You understand now that Allah is real. You understand our Prophet is real. You understand Iman is real. Now, that one is listening. And the Imam is going to instruct him. Say Allah. When they ask you, who is your Lord? When they ask you, who is your Prophet? Say Prophet ﷺ. When they ask you all these questions, give the answers. This is his teaching. That one who passed inside the grave. But his teaching also for those ones who are there to listen. But who listens now? They don't want to listen. Because they don't want to think about death. Because they hate the death. They hate the death because they love the world. They love the world. They're not preparing themselves for the death. They're preparing themselves for the world. They're not making plans for the death. They're making plans for the world. So this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous for mankind. This is very dangerous for Muslims. This is very dangerous for mu'mins. If we are calling ourselves following awliya Allah, then we must stand in the doorway of paradise. With our spirit, we must stand in the doorway of paradise and asking support from that saint to bring us to paradise. We must not stand in the doorway of hell, only satisfying the demands and the desires of our ego. Inshallah Rahman, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise the station of Ashabul Saif higher and higher and higher. Grant him more power and make us to get his strength and his madad for us to continue this work. This work is big, this work is heavy, but with his support we may do it easy, inshallah. Al-Fatiha.